Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the University of Portsmouth graduation ceremony. Before the ceremony begins, we would like to share with you some of our students' achievements from this year. Please enjoy our short Alumni Association video.
Studying at Portsmouth was certainly a defining moment in my life, and for that I will always be grateful.
It's changed me as a person. I'm more confident about what I do. I'm more passionate about what I'm doing. It's definitely been a massive stepping stone for me, and I've enjoyed every second of it.
I wanted to change lives through the use of products. I wanted to have something out there that I could be proud of, that I said, I did that. That's what I did. I made an impact on that person's life.
Academics at the School of Architecture really inspired me to learn. They really pushed the boundaries and always made sure that students were one step ahead.
It's really encouraged me to do what I want to do in the future and become a teacher. I feel like I want to learn more and engage more and be able to teach all these people what I have learned from here, from this experience.
The course has changed my life massively. Not many people can say that they've gone from a lifeguard to working for the biggest pharmaceutical company at managerial level within 4 years.
My best memories of Portsmouth are definitely the friends that I made there that I still continue to have, and it's just really nice that those friendships have lasted now 13 years on.
I think it's really important to keep in touch with the people that you study with and to see where they go and what they can do. You cross paths with people surprisingly often. It's good to stay in touch with your roots of where you started, I think.
Real sense of community here. You're literally always part of Portsmouth, and they really try and help you, no matter if you've just graduated, if you haven't graduated yet, or years after you've graduated.
1, 2, 3!
Ladies and gentlemen, the graduation ceremony is about to begin. Would you please stand?
I formally declare this congregation of the University of Portsmouth open. Please be seated.
Chancellor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and graduands, may I also welcome you to this graduation ceremony. My name is Rebecca Bunting and I'm the Deputy Vice-Chancellor. I'm delighted to see so many of you here today to celebrate our students' successes. I expect you're all very relieved that your studies and exams are over. The only thing now between you and your degree is the long walk across this stage. And I've seen the heels that some of you are wearing, so good luck with those is all I can say. But there's no need to worry, only 1 or 2 people fall over each year, so statistically it's not likely to be you. Now, I know that no one really wants to listen to long speeches on graduation day. What you really want to do is get outside, throw your mortarboards in the air, celebrate, have a great time. But the Chancellor and I do have just a few words to send you on your way, so here are mine. You are the successes of the education system. You have reached a very high level of knowledge and ability through your studies. But perhaps the most important thing to take away from your educational experiences should be the ability to be positively critical, to ask questions, to interrogate the information and prejudices with which we are bombarded daily, but always with respect for the views of others and the processes of rationality. You will know that there's always another point of view, another side to any argument, but you will have the confidence to articulate your own position and to accept when you've got it wrong. You will respect what is good and true and encourage others to do the same. In this way, you will be helping to build an ethical world where moral and ethical values prevail, and we certainly need this at this point. I hope you will be able to hold fast to the principles and values which are the bedrock of a good society: honesty, integrity, not accepting what is not right, speaking out against injustice. You will go out of here and play your part in influencing the way our society changes and develops. You have an amazing opportunity to make a positive impact in the world. Let that opportunity not go to waste. I'm sure you will all know that the jobs market is incredibly challenging at the moment and unlikely to change in the near future. Whether you are already in work or still looking, you will all need to be really resilient and flexible in your career aspirations. Jobs may no longer be for life. You may have to move jobs more often than you expected, change roles, be willing to do things you hadn't bargained on, and take a longer view in order to secure the career you really want. And you may need to be able to handle rejection and not become despondent or overly self-critical. This is a hard truth. The key thing is to keep active, involved, engaged, to look for all opportunities to enhance your potential and your CV. When we at the university talk to employers, whether they're local or national recruiters or from the public or private sector, they all tell us that in addition to qualifications, they're looking for people who could demonstrate a wide range of skills and competencies, such as communication, teamworking, leadership. And they want employees who keep themselves up to date, who have a strong desire to improve and develop themselves. So my message to those of you graduating today is to be strong and confident in your abilities, enjoy your work, and keep on learning, stretching your minds, and expanding your skills. Wherever your career takes you, we wish you great success and fulfillment. So as you leave the university, please keep in touch with us, especially through our Alumni Association, which you have joined automatically on graduating. Remember, you will always be part of Portsmouth. Now, today wouldn't have been possible without the help and support you've received from many people, academic and support staff of the university, your family and friends. In many ways, they have shared the challenges with you and now the joys. So I'm going to ask you to thank them on my count by cheering and applauding as loudly as you can. And don't forget that we're being broadcast on the big screen in the square outside. So let's see if we can startle a few passers-by. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Well done, well done. Many congratulations to all of you. We wish you a very happy and prosperous future and welcome you to the community of graduates of the university. Thank you. Now we come to the moment when the students come forward onto the stage to be presented to the Chancellor. Chancellor, I certify that all those presented at this ceremony have successfully completed their studies and have satisfied all the conditions and requirements of the university.
By the authority of the university, I confirm that all those who are duly qualified are hereby admitted to the awards for which they are presented.
Chancellor, I present to you the following successful candidates for the award of Foundation Degree of Arts in Investigation and Evidence. Scott Clark. Alan Gordon. Stuart Piddy. Michael Mackey. Erica Valberg. And for the Foundation Degree of Arts in Police Studies, Lawrence Spring. Kim Twait. And for the Bachelor of Arts in Community Justice, Oluwami Adebayo. Jane Baldock. Michael Caulfield. Serena Cunningham. Siobhan Flood. Ricardo Francis. Robert Hart. And with first class honours, Vicky Keeler. Karen Lacey. And with first class honours, Caroline Lauder. Joanne McKay. With first class honours, Nicola Magnum. Emily Marchant. Yvonne Marsh. Kay McGugan. And with first class honours, Kirsten Meets. Emma Neal. Sophia Oakley. Richard Perry. Jonathan Potter. Rosemary Ryan. With first class honours, Jacqueline Sales. Kirinjit Sandhu. Susan Welland. Tulane Windsor. And for the Bachelor of Science in Counter Fraud and Criminal Justice Studies, Jamie Burns. Tracy Clark. And with first class honours, Nicholas Hammercut. Kevin Knight. Trishna Ladva. And with first class honours, Anthony Upton. Gurpreet Walia. And for the Bachelor of Science in Crime and Criminology, Mayadeen Arkiwurbru. And with first class honours, Trevor Atkinson. Lee Bailey. Yanis Konstantinou. And with first class honours, Sarah Lockyer. Joseph McLennigan. Maria Piero Hajani. Helen Rutherford. Maria Stagliotti. And for the Bachelor of Science in Criminology and Criminal Justice with First Class Honours, Darryl Allwood. And with First Class Honours, David Bailey. Megan Bailey. Edward Bastick. And with First Class Honours, Jamie Bates. And with First Class Honours, Adam Bell. Rebecca Bickford. Paige Bradbury. Cameron Bradley. Rebecca Bridges. Taylor Buckley. Amelia Chan. Stephanie Coles. Christopher Constantine. Laura Coombe. Victoria Cooper. Anna Cornish. Nicholas Curl. Emily Cutbush. Rob Delargy. Laura Falpel. Adam Fletcher. Adam Gavin. Stefani Georgieva. Sophie Goddard. Naomi Grief. And with First Class Honours, Michael Hatfield. Laval Horton-James. Gareth Hicks. Joseph Levine. Sherry Lawson. And with First Class Honours, Jessica Martin. First Class Honours, Tuesday May. Charlotte Mew. Alexander Millard. Catalina Moldovanou. With First Class Honours, Stephanie Moyle. Pavitra Nagulaswaran. With First Class Honours, Buster Paget. Charlotte Patch. Sandra Patterson. Matthew Price. Richard Price. And with first class honours, Jodie Pugh. Andrew Redman. Robbie Robinson. With first class honours, David Scoot. With first class honours, David Scully. Noor Sadiqa. Rosemary Smith. With first class honours, Sophie Smith. Shivani Solanka. Megan Sutton. Elena Televantu. Leanne Weeks. Carl Wider. Lorna Williams. Sarah Wimbenis. And for the Bachelor of Science in Criminology and Forensic Studies, Tracy Orridge. Caroline Ashim. Chloe Basford. Hayley Bath. Anthony Brady. Shannon Cameron. Niven Clements. Melissa Collins. Gemma Conway. Stuart Cox. And with first class honours, Amber Crichton. Mark Cunningham. And with first class honours, Maisie DeCaney. Michael East. James Elders Rickard. Bethany Ellis. Natalie Forsyth. Lexi Fox. Harriet Frame. And with first class honours, Mia Firth. Rachel Gow. Harriet Gregan. Josephine Griffiths. Diana Gwendu. Jamie Hadrell. And with first class honours, Jade Harvey Williams. Kate Hills. Rebecca Hurst. And with first class honours, Mercedes Jeffries. Robin Juniper. Victoria Kitchener. Christina Lane. Tim Lewis. Christopher Locke. And with first class honours, Rebecca Mason. Lucy Moore. Amy Muldoon. Daniel Jade Neal. Claire Newman. Sonia Panchani. Ben Perry. Ashley Pout. And with first class honours, Helen Rendell. And with first class honours, Samuel Roberts. Michael Ryan. Francesca Sani. And a posthumous award for Anne-Marie Sylvester, collected by her daughter, Billy Jo. Carol Smith. With first class honours, Charlotte Tebbs. And with first class honours, Hugh Varley. Roxanne Wardell. Joshua Weeks. And with first class honours, Ryan Williams. Thomas Williams. Carl Wise. Amy Wood. Lewis Woolley. Sorry, Lewis. Louisa Wyatt. Daniela Segova. Mark Zills. And for the Bachelor of Science in Criminology with Psychology, Aline Argirov. Michael Barnes. Rosanna Bartholomew. And with first class honours, Caitlin Brown. Kaylee Buckingham. And with first class honours, James Campbell. Madeline Brown. Elish Carolan. Ted Cascarino. Sarah Casti. Erin Churcher. Marianne Elliott. Jade Fisher. Amanda Gibson. Chi Young Go. And with first class honours, Frances Henderson. Joshua Hopkins. Jennifer Hunt. Ingrida Yodeshkate. Heather Last. Grace Loveridge. Emily Maddox. Alexandra Marcoux. With first class honours, And with first class honours, Freya McCarthy. Rebecca Miles. Francesca Padilla. Sarah Pearson. Alicia Pickup. Luke Quinn. Sam Roberts. Rebecca Sandel. Aaron Smith. And with first class honours, Megan Smith. Esther Swells. Philippa Towers. Claire Tunnelly. Claire Waldock. Ben Yates. Sophia Johans. And for the Bachelor of Science in Risk and Security Management, Zeshan Asgar. Ian Britton. Johan Celiaz. Stephen Daniels. Philip Davies. John Fox. Ian Graham. Michael Weir. And with first class honours, Colin Myers. For the Graduate Diploma in Community Justice, Chantel Campbell-Frederick. Alice Date. Shei Fadiora. Selina Foy. Kerry Garrett. Christina MacDonald. And with distinction, Kelly Masters. And with distinction, Rebecca Northover. Graham Randall. Kirsty Taylor. Katie Westmoreland. Victoria Whiten.
Chancellor, I present to you the following successful candidates for the award of Master of Public Administration with distinction, Andrew Walker. For Master of Science in Counter-Fraud and Counter-Corruption Studies, Ali Atiq Bakit bin Dayul Al-Damaki. Mohammed Al-Daheri. Saif Ali Rashid Glaita Al-Kemzi. John Kyogan. Jonathan Midgley. Gloria Odiase. And for Master of Science in Criminology and Community Safety, William Willis. For Master of Science in Criminology and Criminal Justice, Jonathan Brown. Sarah Gaffney. Amy Irving. Danielle Johnson. Katrina Langen. Anastasia Perdica. And with distinction, Claire Rhodes. Barry Stockwell. Stephen Tyso. And with distinction, Gemma Tyson. And for Master of Science in Criminology and Criminal Psychology, Ivan Bradshaw. Sarah Brockett. Harriet Brown. Charlene David. Hayley Gibson. And with distinction, Nicola Herbert. Ashley Holroyd. Adolf Leung. Sarah Manning. Susan Nelanie Gibbs. Yulide Uziert. Melissa Rowe. Annabelle Schofield. Jennifer Shardlow. With distinction, Jagat Singh. And with distinction, Philippa Tennant. Stephanie Wall. And with distinction, Jenny Weaver. Kim Webster. Carly Whittaker. Amy Whittle. Zoe Wren. And for Master of Science in International Criminal Justice, Arben Murtazic. Miroslava Naplavova. For Master of Science in Policing, Policy and Leadership, Stuart Baker. Richard Bell. Simon Burton. Lucy Carter. Jonathan Chandler. Matthew Cumming. Philip Lamb. And with distinction, Laura Margison. Timothy Price. And with distinction, Ghassan Shaladan. Richard Smith. Ian Thomas. And for Master of Science in Security Management, Mark Bathgate. Sheridan Coulthard. Raymond Itoje Ife. Stephen Langley. Antonio Rappo. Keith Walton. Gary Worrow. Yusu Yarma. And for the award of Doctor of Criminal Justice for an approved topic of professional research and development in uncovering the iceberg, mandating the measurement of fraud, Martin Tunley. And for the award of Doctor of Philosophy for a programme of research in Training for Success, an analysis of the Irish Garda Síochána trainee programmes from 1922 to the present day, John Foley. And for a programme of research in persons of versatility, private security officers and private policing in residential estates in Hong Kong, Yat Hung Kwong.
Chancellor, I present to you Hugh Varley to respond to the University on behalf of the graduates.
Chancellor, honoured guests and fellow graduates, we have made it. We have attained what we may have, at some point in the past 3 years, deemed impossible. Whilst we may think this is solely our doing, which for the most part is probably true, there are some important factors without which we would not have persevered. Firstly, the Institute of Criminal Justice Studies and the University of Portsmouth. It would be extremely difficult to earn a degree without somewhere to study. ICJS has changed significantly over the past 3 years. The rapidly changing sphere of higher education presented an opportunity for ICJS to update and develop the degree programs. The amount of choice and variety available to students is now attractive enough to consider starting the course all over again just to experience it all. To improve employability, the department has strengthened links with both domestic and foreign policing bodies, as well as other important organisations within criminal justice. Many of us, at different points within our degrees, have benefited from the excellent opportunities that have arisen from these links. From volunteering opportunities to lectures delivered by key industry professionals. Secondly, we would like to thank the staff who have worked tirelessly to bring the aforementioned change on top of their usual workload. As you may know, 3 of our lecturers were acknowledged at the university-wide teaching awards this year. Without the hard work of our lecturers, we simply would not be graduating today. They have helped us all in various ways, some less obvious than others. I'd like to illustrate that point by drawing on a Harry Potter reference. Some lecturers are like Professor McGonagall. They are always supportive and always had your back when times were tough. Others were a bit more like Professor Snape. You thought they were out to get you and make your life a misery, but in the end, everything they did was in order to help you succeed. Thirdly, we'd like to acknowledge our families and thank them for all their support, for all the proofreading, the home-cooked meals, and of course, the money. Some of us may have experienced that unforgettable moment when you ring home to have them answer not with, hello, but with, how much do you need and by when? Penultimately, our fellow students deserve recognition. From that group of friends waiting outside a lecture hall, to that one student who, for whatever reason, inspired us with their words and actions to persevere, even if they aren't able to be here today. Finally, from today, we will start to ask ourselves the sorts of questions that we won't find the answers for in a library book or an e-journal. We all have it in us to succeed, and more importantly, to be happy. So let us go and start living our lives, and remember the words of the doctor, that time-traveling madman with the police box, who said, "We are all stories in the end, so let's make it a good one." Thank you.
Fantastic. I have to say, one of the great privileges of being Chancellor, apart from being able to dress up as a wizard, is I get to say a few words at graduation too. And let's start with the mature graduates, of whom we had quite a number today. I doubt I can be very helpful because you have already made the brilliant decision to continue your education. And please, could we have an extra round of applause for those wonderful students? For those of you who are in your early 20s, it's your first degree, I hope, first of many. What can I say to you brilliant young people? Well, the first thing is you are brilliant young people, and don't let anyone in the older generation tell you otherwise. I have great faith in you and can only apologize for the many messes my generation has been responsible for. I have to say, mature student or a young student, improving one's mind ought to be a right. But almost 57 million children across the world are prevented from going to school each day. There are 775 million illiterate adults worldwide, with women representing 2/3 of them. And I think it would be impossible to stand here without thinking about Malala Yousafzai, the young woman shot in the head by the Taliban for daring to demand an education. The truth is, you are already amongst the world's elite in terms of schooling that you have received. So, what shall you do with this great position that you find yourselves in? Well, I would make a few suggestions. The first is fight for what you believe in. Now, it may seem an odd thing to say, but nothing pleases me more sometimes than seeing a person in a rage. The fact is, life is nothing without passion. And if you are passionate about things, then sometimes you need to get angry. A couple of years ago, you may recall there were protests in London about the appalling increases in university fees which your generation has suffered. My son was 16 at the time, and he phoned me to ask if he could participate. And I said to him, here is the key thing you need to learn about protesting. You don't ask your mother, you just get on with it. So I'm not inciting you to protest about anything today. It would make me the worst chancellor on the planet. And it's far too wonderful an occasion. But I am encouraging you to participate in what happens in the world. Now, we have many wonderful international students. For some of you, perhaps that will be on the global stage. It may trouble you, for example, that despite the so-called Arab Spring, Egypt is now the worst country in the Arab world for women's rights. Second is Iraq, which the West supposedly liberated from Saddam Hussein. Or you may decide to focus in the UK. Well, the UK is the world's 6th largest economy, yet according to Oxfam, 1 in 5 of the population live below our official poverty line. That is over 13 million people in this country who do not have enough to live on. So fight for others, fight for the things you believe in. The other thing, this maybe sound odd, but be crazy, okay? If you have a crazy notion, don't listen to the crowd. Follow your heart. If you believe in something, think it is right, do not be swayed by public opinion. Sometimes you will need to go it alone. It is said that all truth passes through 3 stages. First, it is ridiculed. Secondly, it is violently opposed. And thirdly, it is accepted as being self-evident. Consider how you interact with the world. This week, as it happens yesterday, was the birthday of Twitter. Now, Twitter was launched in 2006. It's become, as I'm sure you know, one of the world's largest social media platforms, which is splendid. But here is my advice. Try, despite all these technological advances, to be of the moment. So what does that mean? Well, instead of texting and tweeting people who you are not with that you are having a wonderful time, try having a wonderful time with the people you are actually with. And for the younger ones amongst you, sometimes that may even be your parents. And now that you are officially grown up, you might be shocked to discover there is more to them than you thought. When eventually, perhaps, you have kids of your own, can I just pass on a fantastically useful rule of thumb? Never have more kids than you have car windows. It's just the parents of the younger generation, quick note to you, there may also be more to your kids than you thought, and you will soon discover this, as even children with a degree are unlikely to leave home. What else? Beauty. You all look so beautiful today coming towards me. Here's the bad news. It's not going to last. Boys, your hair will go. Girls, you don't even want to know what's going to go. But here is the good news. The world is a beautiful place, and your store of knowledge, even with a degree, is simply in its infancy. There are so many wonderful books to read, paintings to admire, and music to get lost in, and I envy you the journey ahead. Don't dwell on your failures. I have them all the time. You only have to look on the television channel Dave to see them. And they occur so that you can learn from them. If you are running a race and fall over a stick, standing and staring at the stick is not going to help you to finish the race. And sometimes rough things will happen, but you will get through them, I promise you. I think about Beethoven. His Ode to Joy is probably my favorite piece of music. Comes, as I'm sure you know, from the Ninth Symphony. It is a work of genius. By the time that symphony was ready to be performed, Beethoven had gone profoundly deaf. What an irony in life. He was the one man who never heard it. Nevertheless, on the night of the premiere, he was seen running through the streets of Vienna, shouting, "Grab life by the throat." Do that, for it is the best advice of all. Go change the world. I know you have it in you, and dear Lord, I do know it wants doing. Many congratulations. I officially declare this congregation of the University of Portsmouth closed. Please be upstanding.